been a perfect start to our career at Darlington so far. 2 wins from 2, but the team at the top are up next. What is up, guys? Matthew here. Welcome back to another episode of our FM24 Road to Glory, non-league to Premier League career mode. I will get the name sorted. I am recording these in advance, so I look forward to any name suggestions from previous videos. But we're here to continue straight off from where we left off in the previous episode. And it's been a wonderful start to our career as the boss of Darlington. We come in, we had 2 games within 3 days, and we won both of them. I think I mentioned that they were our first 2 wins of the season. Of course, I completely forgot the previous win we got earlier the week before, which was against Banbury. When we were interviewed, I don't think Darlington had won, or when we applied for the job, I don't think Darlington had won. They did get a win, but then went on to lose the next 2, possibly when the caretaker was in charge. But yeah, we've come in and won the first 2 games under our tenureship, and we've made a good chunk already to get Darlington out of the mess that they're in. They were bottom of the league when we come in, 9 points adrift. They're already just 4 points adrift now. So it's been a tremendous start. But today we've got 2 games, one of which is against the team at the top. Chester are the team coming to Blackwell Meadows today, and then we head off to CHORLEY, who are mid-table, and I'd like to think they are the kind of teams which we would be competing with on any given season, so it'll be interesting to see how we get on against them. But we've made a positive impact so far at our time here at Darlington, and of course, we've not looked at Darlington's history since I come in. I don't know if many of you are familiar of Darlington, but they were once upon a time in the Sky Bet League 2. They were a League 2 side knocking on the door of League 1. Of course, you see there, they were 8th back-to-back in the mid-noughties. Were consistently towards the top of League 2 and then suffered relegation in 09-10. And yeah, that was just a slide there where they were steady in the National League for a season, then got relegated to the National League North. But this might have been when they went in to administration or liquidation, and they dropped all the way down to the bottom of English football. Started again with a brand new team, and have eventually, quite well I would say, gotten themselves back up to the National League North, where they have been since 2017. And since then, it's just been very up and down. They've just sort of stalled, and they need someone to drive them to take that next step. They finished 10th last season. I remember they were in the playoffs, or fighting for the playoffs for most of the season, but fell short. So yeah, it is imperative we do not allow this team to go backwards, and we keep progressing forward, and that is what we're trying to continue doing. And it's going to be a huge test to if we can do that as we head to the next game at home to CHORLEY. We are still awaiting a few signings. We've got a couple of guys in the scouting recommendations who don't quite fit what we're looking for as yet, and we are waiting to get a scout in to hopefully then help us bring in some players, because at the minute we're getting these recommendations. I don't quite know who from. I'm guessing they're from some of the players we've got at the club currently, but yeah, in terms of us wanting to make actual, get scouts out there to find actual players in and around the leagues we're playing in, we don't have a scout at the moment. There are plenty of people who are looking for jobs, but we have got an advert out at the minute, which hopefully we'll get some replies to pretty soon. But without any further ado, if anything happens in the next few days, I'll let you know. But we're going to head now to the game at home, to the team at the top, and that is Chester. So we do have some replies from the scouting advert, which is good. The sooner we get these in, the better. And I wouldn't say there's too many outstanding candidates across the board. I do like Gary McRoberts. He's got a better judgment than the others in terms of potential and ability, and has got very good adaptability, which they all seem pretty strong. I think it's safe to say Dory O'Hara is not going to be getting the job. Could also make it a case for Nathan Cottrell as well, to be fair. He's really adaptable, but doesn't have the same sort of stats judgmental-wise. And Harry White could be the best candidate in terms of his judgment. His adaptability is a little lower than Gary McRoberts, but he has got that little bit more judgment, which I think is more important for us at this moment in time. So yeah, I'll have a little look, a deeper look into some of these, and yeah, if we like the look of some of them, then I think we'll possibly start offering a few of them some contracts. Yeah, so in terms of the other, really cool attributes and important attributes that I think are key in a good scout, Harry White definitely is up there. He's also got really good judging staff ability, and even though these aren't key, he's better in the knowledgeable the knowledgeable stats, if you like. And these ones, which aren't as important for a scout like motivating and people management, he doesn't quite have, but that's fine. And he's got extensive knowledge of England and Australia. If we go back to Gary McRoberts, he's only got knowledge of England, and his stats are a little bit more muddled and mixed, I would say. Both are former players, so this will be their first job as scouts, but we just want someone in to help us find the right players at this point in time. So we can only offer him a part-time contract at the minute because we are a semi-professional club at the moment. But he is going to take up the job as a scout. I think £180 a week's fine. Contract to the end of the season. Yeah, I think that's fine, just to see how he gets on. And hopefully we'll be able to get that sorted and signed and sealed. And he'll be able to then start looking at potential signings for us. Tommy Sewell is also interested, who is another scout who, he's got 2 outstanding stats, but the rest are all pretty poor. So we'll definitely leave him and his interest. And hopefully we get the new scout on board and we'll set him up some assignments. So you won't be surprised to see that the team we've picked is unchanged from the team that has won the opening 2 games, pretty much. We have been rotating between Jake Lawler and Toby Lees just to manage their match load. It's one of the few positions where we can actually rotate at this moment in time. And Mitchell Curry has come in for Jacob Hazley, of course, come on and did really well in the last game and certainly made a claim to start. So we're going to give him that opportunity. We have been advised to go defensive and cautious against this Chester side, but we're at home and I want to instill a positive attacking brand of football, and one to which we are not going to back down to anybody. We're going to play our game regardless. It might be naive at this stage. Hell, we might get our asses absolutely kicked by Chester, and this could be the bump down to earth that we've been, it's been coming for us. But yeah, I think we definitely should ask the players to pick up from where they left off last time out. We've had 2 very good performances where we've dominated the ball, created plenty of chances. We've also put them away too. And I tell you what, this would be such a boost for the whole club if we could go from bottom of the league, hadn't won a game a few weeks back. We've now won 3. Things are looking up, and then we'd get a result against the team who are top of the league, who have been on a bit of sketchy form. It is worth noting they are top along with Scunthorpe United. But this could just be one of them, turning points, one of them triggers, one of them moments that you look back on and say, that changed the season. Or we could get battered. We'll see. But Chester have the first highlight. Coates playing it inside to Evans, back out to Coates. He plays it inside to Evans once again. Good play between the pair of them. That's a great interception. But he got the ball. The referees give a penalty. I mean, Ngandu, for me, it looked like he got the ball, but he's conceded a penalty early, and that... Oh, it's gone in off the bar as well. I thought it was going to miss. That's not the start we wanted. Going 1-0 down this early to the team at the top is not ideal. But, I mean, I'm not convinced that was a penalty. I mean, how that nearly bounced back out again, didn't it? Unless Ngandu went through the player and it was their striker who touched the ball, I'm not sure, but for me, it looked like he got the ball. It was a solid challenge, it was a tough challenge, but it's one where he got the ball. We'll see. We'll see if maybe we check the highlights and see if that's the case. Corner comes in, they've hit the bar, and then they've headed the rebound over. Chester certainly showing their dominance here. We're yet to have a shot on target, or have a shot at all, to be honest with you. Maybe this is a little bit of a reality check regarding the team that we are up against. But hopefully we can create something here. Musto on the overlap down the left-hand side. Opts to stop and play it backwards, though. Him and Sukar playing it between one another. Musto going to have to go backwards once again. Hatfield now. Oh, what a lovely ball in behind. That is to Solkeld. He's cut inside to Little. Is Little going to take a shot? Is he going to get in the box and take a shot? He's still going Little. But that was a poor finish. He sort of got into the box and then didn't know what to do. and just sort of spooned it over the bar there. But it looks like we've had a decent response to going behind, whether it was a just penalty or not. Hatfield's got so much space on the edge of the area, and Hatfield puts it in the corner. A fantastic finish by Hatfield. I mean, he was given so much room on the edge of the area. I think that's a disappointing goal to concede. He still had to finish it, do not get me wrong. But a great ball from one of our midfielders to the other. It's a great finish. And our midfield's definitely, I think, one of our strongest areas, if not our strongest area. We've got two very, very good midfielders for this level. And as long as they both stay fit, I think we'll be absolutely fine. I mean, the momentum has swung completely back in our favour. It would be a shame to concede at the end of the half. Gordon with the shot, and that smashed the crossbar as well. That's twice. Chester have hammered the crossbar, but it stays out. And it is half-time. What an entertaining game of football. As we keep doing, we've been putting plenty of crosses in, but yeah, just not quite getting on the end of them. But we come back into the game somewhat. I mean, their XG is ridiculous. They've had a great start. We've come back into it somewhat. But I think that the boys definitely deserve praise for how they've come back into it. There's a few anxious and nervous faces, but I think they've done well. Yeah, I would say we've been the better team. I don't think that's quite right. Have we controlled possession? Is that a stat I can look at? Not sure. I'd like to think we probably have controlled possession. Yeah, that's helped them. They appear really happy that we've reinforced that they're doing a good job. They're doing what we want. They're playing the sort of football that we want them to play. I was talking about one of our centre mids not getting injured, but apparently Little has hampered by an injury, although he hasn't got an icon up to say he's injured. So maybe he'll run it off. But yeah, we're happy to continue on, and maybe the game's on a bit of a knife edge here. I think Chester certainly have got goals in them, but if we can create that one chance, put ourselves in front, then, well, we could be in for a huge, huge victory. We are going to make a change, though, on the hour. The returning Ben Headley is going to come on for Jordan Windass, who has played well recently, but, yeah, was not 100% fit before this game, and definitely, I think, needs a little bit of a rest. So Ben Headley comes back from injury. It's great to have him. We are going to take off Ben Little, though. I don't want to change out the midfield, but Tom Platt will come in. The captain, the club captain, will come in. He's feeling a bit anxious, weirdly enough. And Cameron Solkel's also looking a little bit tired, but I don't really think we've got anyone who can come in for him, unfortunately. Jacob Hazel, he can't really play there. Mitchell Curry. I guess we could move Mitchell Curry out to the left as a wide target forward. Yeah, we could have him as an inside forward, actually, and then we'll bring off Solkeld and we'll put Hazel up front. And let's see if we can calm their nerves. They seem very anxious. So I trust you to make a difference. And that's worked on Platt. It's not worked on Hazel so much, but has that worked? I think it's worked. No, it hasn't worked. It's reverted. Yeah, I trust you to make a difference. There we go. Cool. Okay. So we're freshening it up. Half an hour to go. They're playing with more caution. So Chester are sitting back somewhat, which is interesting. And maybe we can capitalise on that. We've not backed down. We've played our way, the way we want to play. And Chester are backing off a little bit. Here's Rivers, who was outstanding last time out. And once again, he's an absolute live wire down the right. Can Headley find him? Yes, he can. Rivers down the right-hand side. Can he put a cross in? Cuts back, he whips it on his opposite foot. Curry's there, the wide target. The inside forward, Mitchell Curry, with a fantastic header at the back post. What a decision from us to move him out to the left, bring Hazel on through the middle, have that wide target / inside forward. What a ball in, and a fantastic header from Mitchell Curry, who has hit form. We were told when we come in that he was not training well, he was out of form. I mean, we gave him game time and he's showing what he can do as we enter the final 10 minutes. I'm waiting for a time to possibly start parking the bus here, or at least just going cautious. I don't want to sit back too much because, you know, this Chester side will come on to us. We've used all of our substitutes. Of course, we only get 3 at this level, so we'll lower the temper and time waste slightly. And I think we'll go cautious just to be aware of Chester and that they might now start pushing. But, I mean, this could be massive. We've hoofed it clear. Oh, I was hoping we could have hung on to the ball there. We've got 2 minutes left. Come on, boys. Hang on. Platt heads it out only as far as Maguire, who runs in field. Murray now to Whitehouse. We're happy for him to shoot from there, and it hits the bar. That's 3 times they've hit the crossbar, but it's out and it's over. And it looks like we have pulled off an absolutely tremendous victory. 3 from 3, and that's top of the league, who we've just beaten there after going from behind as well. That's twice we've conceded first, come from behind to win. I am unbelievably proud of you all. That was incredible. What a turnaround. 3 wins from 3. The top of the league have been beaten. And we now stand 1 point from safety. And the task was to get us out of the relegation zone. I thought it might be a tough ask. But let's not get too carried away. But so far so good. As Chester lose top spot to Darlington. Ben Little's only out for a day. He's bruised his shin. No problem there. But yeah, a fantastic victory for us there. Keeps the winning start going. And we head to CHORLEY midweek to try and make it 4 from 4. So we're going to set up an assignment for Harry White. And we're going to just have it for all positions. You know, I'm happy to just take in as many options as possible. We do need depth pretty much everywhere. And we've got enough wage budget, I think, to bring in maybe 5 or 6 players, if I'm brutally honest. So we're going to go 3-star minimum current ability. In fact, I'll drop it to 2.5 because we might bring in a few young players who can just provide depth. But one thing this team is lacking is players with potential. A lot of players are quite old. They're in the 30s. They aren't going to grow. They're not going to improve now. They've hit their peak. So we definitely want players who have got a bit of potential. Yeah, we'll stick 4 stars minimum. I think that's good. 3.5. We'll go 3.5 actually. But as I often do in my career modes, I do not like signing players that are any older than 28. I think that's, you know, it sounds crazy really nowadays, but that's, I think, when players hit their peak and don't improve anymore. We want a young team, players we can resell. We really want to start looking at that modern way of recruitment, even at this level. So that's what we will ask Harry to do. He's going to focus in on England, which is absolutely fine. I know he has extensive knowledge of Australia, but, you know, travel and all that, it's probably going to be a bit of a push to look at anything that far out. But hopefully now we're going to start getting players through the door and start getting options. And Harry Green is one that has come straight up here. He's a left-sided winger. We need a left-sided winger. Sign Green as a priority. He's come straight in to the scouting report, and I tell you what, he's 7th currently in the league, but he has been transfer listed. They don't have a role for him, and he's a 4-star, 3.5-star winger. That is exactly the kind of player we're looking for. So it would have to be a transfer, and they're valuing at 4k. See, this is why I don't want us to get tied down. I mean, to be fair, we could just by slightly knocking the transfer budget across. I mean, we've lost not even £200 in wages there, and we still have enough money. So I'm happy to do this. I mean, he looks like a really, really good player. So we'll go in at 3.8. I'm happy with that. And Scarborough are happy for that as well. They do not need him. He is surplus to requirements. So hopefully that offer now being accepted, we can discuss contract with him. Let's have a look. So yeah, that's been accepted. Let's start negotiations. He wants to be a regular starter, and I think that's fair. I mean, at the minute, Solkeld he's currently out there as a wide target forward, and we saw that it worked quite effectively in the last game. But I feel like if we have a good forward in the middle and we've got crosses coming in from both sides, it just gives us more of a balance, in my opinion. You look at the squad planner, you know, left wing, we ain't got a winger. You know, Solkeld's a winger, Jarrett Rivers is on the other side, but he's getting a little bit old now, and Solkeld's he's also a ball-winning midfielder, to be honest with you. So I think this is definitely an absolute no-brainer. So, regular starter, I mean, look at his potential. 5 stars, absolutely. And he wants £750 a week. Now, you guys know I'm all about that wage structure. Let's have a look to see what... So, our highest paid player is £500 a week. So, I don't want this to upset a few and get them to maybe, you know, want other players wanting a higher wage. So, we'll try and drop it down to $650. But I will offer him a signing on fee. Let's offer him a signing on fee. I don't know if this is extensive for National League North, of £100 per se. Appearance fees I don't like unused substitute fees, but £150 per assist I think is a very good incentive, but he still wants the wage. Can we drop it to 700 and we'll say we'll give you £200 per assist? I think that's fair. 775. Okay, we're getting closer. 725. Okay, he's happy with that. You know, I think we've gone a little bit over the estimated wage there, and the board might not be particularly happy with that. But for me, I think he's one of the best players at this level. He's young, his potential is absolutely massive. It's a no-brainer, and hopefully he'll be our first player through the door. Now, we do have a draw. You guys know how much I love draws. The English FA Trophy second round draw is today. This is where we enter the competition. Fans are looking at Enfield FC. Spennymoor is a very obvious one. I think that's a slight derby at this level. I mean, Spennymoor are a local rival, as well as South Shields, who are in this league as well. I don't know if Blythe are in this league. They are. So we've got quite a few local derbies in this league, as well as Scarborough Athletic. So, yeah, let's see if we can pick up one of our local rivals here in the second round draw. Obviously, there'll be loads of teams that aren't even, well, loaded up in their leagues, to be honest. But right on the tip, Hemel Hempstead, they play Scunthorpe. We're going to be the last team. We're going back to Peterborough Sports. No, we're not. It's CHORLEY. We're playing CHORLEY at home. Of course, we've just had them, or we've got them in the league, so that's a bit of a boring draw, to be fair. You never like it when you play the same team twice. So we've got CHORLEY in the National League North, and then has it been decided when we're playing them yet? I think it's pretty soon. It's weird that we've got Rushall back to back as well, but yeah, I think we might have CHORLEY twice in quick succession, which, yeah, we won't play both of them games. Has it been added to the schedule? So there it is. Yeah, we've got CHORLEY literally either side of Warrington, so we'll probably skip that game, and the other Rushall game's been rescheduled for literally March next year, so that's all right. But yeah, there's the second round draw underway. We're at match day for the CHORLEY game. In fact, I think we are at match day, so let's head to pick the team. So here's the team then for the game away to CHORLEY. Of course, Tommy Taylor starts in goal. We've got pretty much the same back four, barring Jake Lawler has come in for Jassim Sukar, who's struggling a little bit with fitness, and the match load Musto is there on the left. Of course, the midfield two remains as is because they are just so goddamn good. But it is worth noting that Will Hatfield's looking a little bit tired, so I'm starting him for the sake of starting him. He probably will be coming out for Tom Platt at some point. The front four stays as is. They've been incredible. Jarrett Rivers especially has to start. But the front four is as is. Mitchell Curry keeps his place. And we will see if we can continue this incredible start away to CHORLEY, who we have just gotten in the cup, of course. It's just momentum. Let's just keep reiterating to keep this good run going. And it will, of course, come to an end eventually. It might well come to an end here. But when you're riding the crest of a wave, it's important to just keep on sailing. Keep riding. 3 wins on the bounce. And I think we've played pretty well in all games, to be fair. But CHORLEY away, they sat 15th. From what I gather, they've underachieved a little bit this season and should be higher in the league, which might tell you how good of a team they are, or how good of a team they're expected to be. But it is also worth noting a win could get us out the relegation zone, and I'm not going to jinx it, but there's an incentive for the boys But CHORLEY playing in black and white, so we're in our away kit for the first time here. As Whitehouse whips a dangerous cross in. Taylor does well to punch that. It's not quite clear. Johnson heads it back in. And Sampson, with a very big chance, misses the target entirely. I think Taylor did quite well there considering. But, yeah, maybe the one criticism you can have of us is that we start slow. And we have conceded first in 2 of our opening games. But we grow into the game and eventually take control. It is worth noting we need to make sure there are enough players. So when we're attacking when we've got an attacking set piece, we potentially are getting swamped on the break. So we will have to have a look at our set pieces to, I think, ensure that doesn't happen. So when we're attacking, is there a way we can change? I don't know if we can change how many recovery defenders we have. Might have a look at that at half time, just so we're not missing any key highlights. But yeah, that's not something that's come up before, so that's useful information. Maybe CHORLEY have just gotten a specific style of play or really fast wingers that's hurting us on the counter, perhaps more than other teams in the past. But half time, and it looks like it's been a quiet one. No real highlights from us. We've had moments, but nothing of note. Bit disappointing, really, but I think both sides have been pretty poor. Not much in terms of XG. I think we've got a few tired legs. Hatfield's obviously being booked as well. So we'll bring him off for Tom Platt and freshen up the midfield. And we might even look to do what we did in the last game, whereas we'll drop Mitchell Curry onto the left, bring Jacob Hazel into the middle, and see if Mitchell Curry can do the magic from that inside forward position once again. So we'll do that. We'll freshen things up at half time. It's time for everyone to dig in and give everything you've got left tonight. We deserve to win this match. Yeah, even if we don't deserve to win it, let's tell the boys that they do deserve to win it. The game's there for the taking. It's there. If either side can take this game by the scruff of the neck, it'll be theirs. Let's also reiterate that we're happy with how they've performed so far, and we trust they'll make a difference. And hopefully, we're going to instantly see the benefits from the changes we've made already. We've got a highlight on the left. Oh, the keeper's missed it! And it's a penalty! We've got a penalty! Rivers was pushed by Ferguson at the back post. And all of a sudden, Little is stepping up to take the penalty. And he smashes it into the middle and the roof of the net. Ben Little puts us in the lead. A perfect start to the second half. It's exactly what we wanted. Wasn't the greatest first half. We instantly create a chance and put the penalty away, and it was an absolutely wonderful penalty as well. And we now have a free kick on the right-hand side. Little again to take this one. Great to score another and double our lead. It's in towards Ngandu. Windass picks it up. Rivers, who's been on fire. Does he fancy a shot? He does. He bends it just wide of the post. Unlucky from him. But a good start. We've come out of the blocks second half. And that's exactly what we want. We are a bit of a second half team, to be fair. It shows how good we are from a fitness point of view. Maybe. That, we're able to have this sort of second wind in games. It is worth noting that we are going to have to be a little bit careful with our substitutes. 65 minutes might be a bit early to be making one, but Jordan Windass does give his all out there, and yeah, we need to keep giving Ben Medley minutes just to get him back to full fitness. As we instantly have another highlight. It's all coming from the left-hand side. Me and Musto with the throw-in. Plays it to Ngandu. Little. Oh, what a ball that is. Hazel's in here. Can he find it from a tight angle? He's at the post. That's so unlucky. What a great ball that was. Threaded the eye of a needle. That was a fantastic effort. But it sadly didn't quite make it. It hit the bar. And are we going to rue that missed chance? I have a feeling we might do. As CHORLEY now on the right-hand side. Whitehouse plays it into Shenton here. Nolan. Got a horrible feeling we're going to regret that missed opportunity. It's just what FM does. Ball over the top to Johnson. Crosses it in. Oh, I think he's missed the header. Or did I think Jack Sampson got a head on it, but he didn't get enough. He just didn't connect with it. What a chance. What a chance. Right. Players are looking a little bit tired. Let's slow things down. Time waste a little bit. They're all getting a bit nervous as well, which is understandable. Nothing else we can do from a tactical point of view other than just try and encourage them, calm them down, get them to the end, and they've got a corner. This is not good. Corner comes in. Smith heads it to the near post. And CHORLEY get themselves an equaliser in the 84th minute. What a shame that we couldn't quite hang on. Smith come flying in. Taylor may be a bit disappointed that he's conceded at his near post there, but given the shots on target CHORLEY have had, maybe on the balance of things they deserve something from the game. And our winning streak looks like it's come to an end, but a point away from home I think's a good point. We weren't as good today as what we have been, but we had a great second half performance. Once again, they really come at it towards the end, I think, when they were pushing. And the players are nervous, but I think they were unlucky tonight. Not many of them have actually responded to that, but yeah, it was a good effort. It was a good effort, boys. We were winning until the very end. And yeah, there's a lot of nerves in the dressing room now, which is strange, given the fact that we were winning until the very death there. And it does mean that the gap to safety has increased to 3 points, which is a bit of a shame. Some teams above us must have been playing each other and have picked up points there, but never mind. That's 4 unbeaten. And we still haven't lost in charge of the club, which is good. And the momentum, I would like to think, still keeps on going. So in the next episode, we'll come back, we'll instantly play Warrington, and I guess we'll do CHORLEY again in the FA Trophy, second round as well. We'll keep ploughing with the continuous episodes of the Cream. It is the very start, so I want to document everything that happens in these early days. So Warrington up next, they're 17th, so another chance to drag a relegation rival a little bit back towards us before we, of course, face CHORLEY once again. But as always, guys, a big thank you for watching. If you've enjoyed this video, do hit the like button. As always, it really helps support the channel out and the videos too. Subscribe for more if you want to join me on this exciting journey as the manager of the Quakers. Comment below any suggestions or thoughts you have, as always, and until next time, do take care, guys, and I will see you all in the next one.